One of the things, one of the topics that have been popping up for now is utilizing AI, and how's that like affecting the business of design in general. So I would want to ask you whether or not, first of all, what's your take or what's your position towards AI and utilizing AI, and second of all, whether or not um, you have utilized certain tools, or you have tools that you feel like they have potential over other tools. Anyway, like your general take toward AI, what you feel about it, what you don't feel about it, etc. Would be cool to hear it from you.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. Um, in general, I think that well, the last year, in terms of technology,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of AI, it's like a huge progress. It was like we never heard about it, huh? Like something about it, about something real. It was always more like um, the the theoretical part,
Mm-hmm.
and then at once, boom, all at once, and now it's like a coming the new AI for from this company and this other, and now it's like the whole market. It's it is filling with AI. What actually I think that it is a great it is great in
Mm-hmm.
terms of innovation, in terms of IT. I really like it, but I think that I see AI as it should be, what it is, a tool. And I think that at the moment it's very similar as at the time with Figma.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was talking about it, until the next future it's coming. Then everybody talk again about it. And I think in terms of design, it is a really great tool if you know how to use it. Huh? Um, but I think that at some point, uh, I'm not the kind, because it's always different. I think that for me, I'm not the kind of person that it is talking so much about tools. Actually, I think that we talked about this the last
Yeah.
time. Yeah, for me, a tool is a tool, and we have the advantage that at the moment, as a designers, we have several amount of tools, and we are also starting the um, the com- we are starting in terms of processes in the combination of these two different tools that we have at the moment in the market,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about integrations between these different tools, what of course empower the work that we are doing, what it is great. uh, but I think that it is also a really huge challenge as a designer, if you as a designer are really focused in the technical part,
Yep.
in terms of working just with the software, huh, um, it will be hard. I really think that it will be hard, man, because these kind of tools are are slowly take this part of the job.
Yep.
Huh.
I got you.
That is, yeah, that is why, like, at some point, if you are not trying to move forward and in a different direction, more in terms of um, not just use the tool, because for me the tools are also part of the solution,
Mm-hmm.
because you are starting with sketches, prototyping, high UI designs.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely for me part of the tool. But if you don't start like a really focus more on the problem, how to help the customer, your clients, to give a real solution for a real problem,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then it will be hard, because at the end, I think that when you really, at some point, probably when you can define the problem, probably at some point you will just like tell the UI or the AI, hey, I need for this
Yeah.
specific problem. This is the description of the problem that I already know. The AI probably can give you. the solution in terms of AI UI, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah. I think
I think it's not now, but it looks like
it's
it is
getting there. It's
coming.
getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're trying or tried out Mid Journey a bit, because I am actually, and I'm trying to utilize the tool more and more. It's insane. It can actually. I think the only challenge that it has left is typography, but in terms of UI, it's really insane. In terms of UI elements and actually giving you maybe inspiration or a foundation for a certain UI. Of course, it wouldn't deliver you like a design system or a UI kit that you can use, but it can definitely set the tone for your design. And this brings us to the topic of whether or not, as designers or UI designers, or I would say designers in general, do you think we are at the point where we should feel threatened, or what do you think about that specifically? Because I, I personally don't feel the threat at all, but some people feel that. So what's your take on that? Do you feel like there is a point where it could be a risk for the job or for the position of a product designer, to be replaced by AI, or at least heavily impacted by AI? Or you feel like you're neutral, or you have your own take about it? What do you think?
Yeah, I think not yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I can definitely see it at some point.
Yeah.
That is basically what I said before. I think that the people that are more focused in this part
Mm-hmm.
uh, of the whole process, because at the end we are talking about a whole process,
Mm-hmm.
and part of this process, the final part, what it is, work on the solution. uh, it doesn't matter in which part of the solution it is, like a solution in terms of prototyping, solution in terms of the final UI, but let's say the technical part, and not really as a part of the how to solve
Mm-hmm.
the evaluation of the context to figure out what is the problem, because that is there is no tool for that.
Yep.
Basically, it's more like an evaluation. If you are not focused on that part, then it will be easier, because I think we are not yet at this point in terms of AI, that the AI will evaluate the whole context of your product or multiple products.
Mm-hmm.
And the same as how are working your processes,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end are people involved, and this human factor, it's more difficult to be measured
Yep.
and calculated from a artificial intelligence point of view.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Probably will come, but I think that it's not yet. I
Yeah.
don't see it in the short period of time, even probably middle. Huh? But in terms of UI
Mm-hmm.
and the final solution, when you already evaluate the problem, you know what is not working, you know some parameters, you have already your hypothesis, and you can start doing some testings. And for these testings, you know a proposal of the user interface. I think that it's coming sooner.
Yeah.
And if you and if you are 100% focused in this part, it will be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think that will be hard.
Yeah, I got
Uh,
you. I got you. I think there is. I could rephrase what you said a little bit with my own words, which is basically you need to focus more on becoming a high value problem solver than just technical, working on a technical aspect of the product or problem solving process. As in, you have more to offer than just the technical part. You have actually analytical abilities. You can actually solve the problem, or have more of the impact than just creating UI or creating an interface in general, whatever it is, which product it is. I would say, from my perspective, the fact that you should be able to utilize AI tools, but still at the same time have that edge over maybe other designers, other competitors or others who may not use that tool. But at the end of the day, the AI tool itself is trained by existing solutions, right? So it's getting trained by what's existing. So a lot of problems that exist today don't yet have the solutions. So basically, the AI has no idea what kind of solution is fitting for that specific problem because there is no solution to be trained from. So I feel that like that's maybe the safety island for us right now as UX designers or problem solvers. The fact that we need to be the ones bringing innovation and bringing like creative solutions because AI is feeding off those solutions. So at the end of the day, it can't really come up with something that it haven't encountered before. So I guess that will keep us safe for a while, hopefully. And yeah, the higher or the more trained it gets, I think the more challenging it should be for a designer to maintain his expertise, maintain his impact on a product design cycle, or and as a actually for any job that could be replaced by AI, you should have your impact on your job that can't be challenged by an AI. So that's, I guess, my tip, and I guess also your tip indirectly to anyone who's maybe having that feeling or having that fear of being replaced by AI. So basically, maintain your domination of your field, of your expertise, because that can never be replaced by AI. If I got you correctly.
Yeah, but even that is also for me is kind of tricky.
Mm-hmm.
The in this case the meaning of problem solver.
Okay.
Because at the end the AI is also solving a problem.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end the AI is definitely solving a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment we have people that are solving this kind of problem.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is they are more focused on the technical part, but the technical part is more easy to be solved for from a machine or from a AI.
Yeah.
In terms of how to automate the AI,
Mm-hmm.
and give them more possibilities in terms of combination, how you are fitting this AI. But in terms of um, solving a problem in terms, for example, of processes where in the several people are involved, and when we said several people, means that this this human error, it is also involved in the process, that automatically you have an impact when something happened, something is sick, you cannot plan it, and automatically maybe depending of your deadlines, that will have an impact in your plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know how to attach this kind of problems, how to deliver the job, how to move pieces in order to do even that's these kind of spontaneous, let's say, cases happens. But even like that, you are you have the knowledge how to move forward and not wait until the people or the person is coming back.
Yeah.
That is something that part of the process that the AI, at least at the moment, cannot solve,
I see.
because it is something that it is happening spontaneous.
Take an initiative, as in you take the initiative to do something based on the information that you have at a certain moment. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's more in this case.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about the calculation, but it is also coming from the experience,
Mm-hmm.
because of course, from a junior designer, you cannot expect this kind of
Yeah.
of
Behavior.
outcomes, because at the end it is more an outcome, because there are several parts involved, several people involved as a process, and you have a result. But at the end, at the moment, and that is actually probably the best resume,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the AI is more focused on the outputs and not of the outcomes. And at the moment that you as a designer stay creating just outputs and deliver these outputs, every single time that somebody need an output from you,
Mm-hmm.
then there is a risk.
Yeah.
that at some point you can lose your job
Yeah. I think
because the AI.
this is the best.
And
Yeah.
outcome at the moment, I cannot see it doesn't matter from which company, but at the moment I cannot really see an AI that it is deliver
Yeah,
outcomes.
yeah, yeah. Got you, got you. I think this is the best phrase I can get in this topic so far. I got from the topic. AI is delivering outputs but not outcomes. So that this probably should be the label of this whole the whole exchange. Really, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I guess the advantage that you have right now is the calculation of outcomes that are based on of outcomes that are based on our output. So that's the thing, the layer that AI may not be able to deliver right now. So we gotta keep building on that, I guess. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds really good. I think it's well phrased. And however, if you see yourself, I don't know if you tried some tools yet so far, or like you have some explorations here or there. If so, is there like something specific that you used in your rotation, in your flow, or you're still maintaining your old let's say process?
No, not really. I try everything,
Mm-hmm.
especially when everything comes, just to see how it works, how we can
Mm-hmm.
use these tools
Yeah.
as a part of the workflow,
Mm-hmm.
how to integrate them. But it's not really like using the in general AI tools as a daily basis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. So did you try Midjourney?
Uh, I see it
Mm-hmm.
because one of my yes, we
Mm-hmm.
he was trying it and I was with him.
Yeah.
We look on it, but I didn't try it on myself.
Yeah.
Uh,
Give
yeah.
it a shot. Give it a shot. It's I would say for me, Midjourney was I tried a lot of tools by the way. I tried pretty much like you do. I make sure I'm on top of my game. I make sure I'm trying everything new. Most of the tools, if not like 90%, are still I would say at alpha phases or beta phases at best in terms of their output. It's not really they're not really usable in certain cases, and just like trying still at training their algorithms, etc. However, Mid Journey for me was my first moment when I was like, oh shit, like we're getting there, because the quality of the output it was really beyond what I expected, and it's still getting better and better in any topic. Really, like if we're talking really specific UI or iconography, even logo design, which isn't like refined, but it can give you like a little push. It's really getting advanced, and this also brings us to the topic of I think this is what's creating the dilemma right now for the regulation of Midjourney or any AI generated art. Is it really
Yeah.
art or is it theft? Do you have an opinion about that? Knowing that Midjourney, for example, or the engine behind Midjourney is basically regrouping styles, regrouping existing art, and building something with them, which is very similar to what we do classically. By the way, let's be honest, like most designers have a database in their mind of like visual elements that they encountered, that they worked with, that they've seen or that they've learned, or techniques that they are mastered. And your next project is an embodiment of your choice of what to use in that specific use case. So basically you are also utilizing things you've seen, but Midjourney is more took that to another level, or AI in general took that to another level. So what do you feel about that? Do you think it's theft, or do you think it's just a more efficient automated process of creating art?
Um, I think it's hard to say uh,
Mhm.
because especially if we are using the the term art,
Yeah.
you know, because at the end it's like a what is art?
Hmm.
Uh, at the end, the art it's more depending of the publicum that consume this art and they decide it's like okay I like it, it is art, and base it on the self expression of the artist,
Hmm.
huh? And here, for example, I wouldn't say that it is actually art, huh? Because you must write exactly the parameters that you want, huh, for a very specific purpose and use,
Yep.
of this illustration. What automatically for me, it's like, okay, it's not art. It's not really
Okay.
auto expression.
Okay.
The other thing is, it's really hard because also because, mm, normally, an artist has a really a specific signature.
Yeah.
Mhm. And at the moment, it's like a really generic. Uh, Basically, this AI is taking, all kind of information that we know,
Mm-hmm.
and use it.
Yep.
Uh, as a result, we have an illustration, but at the end, it's something that it is already there.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, if you as an artist, uh, like you said before, actually, we are taking inspiration from
Mm-hmm.
something so far everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
ours, everyone. Huh? And at the end, as a result of this inspiration, it's like you are doing similar stuff as another artist, another person. It is kind of the same as the Mid Journey is
Yeah.
doing. Hmm. I'm totally agree in that part. But if you are an artist and your style is like a really, really specific, that is like there is no way to misunderstand that this painting is coming from you.
Yeah.
That is completely different. That is a completely different story. It's like, oh, okay, this is coming from Anas. Huh? Then automatically, it's like, okay, definitely, another use case.
Yep. Yep.
But I think that for the standard imagery that we are taking from, or we are getting from, Midjourney and in general from the AI,
Yeah.
it's like just a collection, let's say a collage, of different kind of styles illustration that we can see on the internet.
Yeah. I see. I see. Mm-hmm. Makes total sense. I think I agree. I agree on your take. So I think if we can make the separation of was already digital and what wasn't, I think that will be critical. So because as you said, a certain style of art was never meant to be digital in the first place. But there is like, okay, there is like a digital print of it, but it wasn't the effort it took for it to be even put together isn't isn't even fair to digitalize, because that was the whole identity of that person, that whole style that they developed. And the fact that you just picked up that style and now you're generating any sort of art on any stupid concept with the same style that a certain person took years to develop, it's definitely unethical, I would say, or not the coolest thing to do. But when it comes to digital, I think it's pretty much our same process but more efficient, which is creating a mood board of what you want to create, or at least things that are similar, things that orient you to the direction that you want to go to, and then basically creating something that collects all the elements that you've seen in that mood board. I feel like it works in a way pretty similar to that, but it's gonna be a dilemma for a while. I'm pretty sure. I heard about regulations coming in. I heard about mandatory tags for AI generated art. Also, I think it will be even identifiable on search engines. Like, I read a lot of things, but it's gonna be a big problem for sure.